AHYEON has an overdancing problem. When discussing the potential of Baby Monster, there's a lot to be excited about. They've already garnered a massive fan base even before their official debut, and their talent is undeniable. However, one area that sparks some conversation, particularly among dance enthusiasts and casual viewers alike, is the notion of overdancing. Overdancing, in essence, is when a performer puts so much energy and intensity into their movements that it disrupts the overall cohesion of the performance. It's not about being a bad dancer, in fact. It's often the opposite. The performer is usually so skilled that they push their body to the limits, resulting in movements that can appear too forceful or exaggerated. Think of it like adding too much spice to a dish. A little can enhance the flavor, but too much can overpower everything else. That being said, it's important to remember that these idols are still incredibly young and new to the industry. They have a lot of time to refine their style and learn how to balance their energy. After all, it's not uncommon for rookie groups to experience growing pains as they navigate the complex expectations of the K-pop scene. And let's be real, better to have too much energy than not enough, right? Idols are allowed to date. Get over it. The ongoing debate about whether idols should be allowed to date is a topic that never seems to lose steam. It's as if the mere idea of an idol having a personal life sends certain fans into a frenzy. Let's be clear, idols are adults, and, shockingly enough, adults date people. So, to those still clutching their pearls over the idea, get the fuck over it. First, let's address the most obvious point. Idols are human beings. They're not robots programmed solely for fan service or entertainment. Like everyone else, they have emotions, desires, and the right to pursue relationships. It's almost laughable that in an industry as progressive as K-pop, there's still this archaic expectation that idols should remain eternally single just to maintain a fantasy. It's as if some fans believe that the moment an idol starts dating, their talent will magically disappear or their appeal will evaporate. Spoiler alert, it won't. Moreover, the notion that idols should forgo personal happiness to cater to a fan base is not only unrealistic, but also harmful. Imagine being told you can't date because your job is to be everyone's imaginary partner. It's exhausting and frankly absurd. When you look at it from that perspective, it becomes clear just how unreasonable these expectations are. Idols should be able to date without fear of backlash or career damage, period. It's time to stop pretending that their personal lives are up for public debate. Sultry Film is obviously rage bait. I love it. Sultry Film is one of those K-pop YouTube channels that you can't help but be drawn to. Even if it's clear from the get-go that they're all about rage bait, the videos are designed to provoke, rile up fandoms, and stir the pot with opinions that range from slightly controversial to downright incendiary. And you know what? I absolutely love it. Let's be honest, in the vast sea of K-pop content on YouTube, it's refreshing to come across a channel that doesn't shy away from saying the things everyone else is thinking but too afraid to say. Sultry Film knows exactly how to push buttons, and they do it with such finesse that it's hard not to admire the sheer audacity. It's like watching a masterclass in controlled chaos. They know just how far to go without crossing the line, keeping viewers hooked and coming back for more, even if it's just to see what outrageous thing they'll say next. The beauty of Sultry Film's rage bait content is that it sparks conversation, whether you agree with them or not. Their videos often serve as a catalyst for deeper discussions within the K-pop community. Sure, some of those discussions may turn into full-blown fan wars, but that's all part of the fun, isn't it? It's almost like they're giving the fandom a wake-up call, reminding everyone not to take things too seriously. After all, what's the point of standing a group if you can't handle a little heat? Now, it's important to recognize that not everyone loves this kind of content, and that's okay. Sultry Film isn't for the faint of heart. Their videos are meant to provoke strong reactions, and sometimes that means stepping on a few toes. But for those of us who enjoy a bit of controversy and aren't afraid of a good debate, it's entertainment gold. It's like watching a reality show where you know the drama is half the fun. Plus, the way they craft their arguments, with just the right mix of sass and logic, makes it all the more engaging. You find yourself nodding along, even if you don't fully agree, just because they're that convincing. At the end of the day, what makes Sultry Film so compelling is their fearless approach to K-pop commentary. They don't tiptoe around sensitive topics, and they're not here to pander to anyone. They say what they want, how they want, and they're unapologetic about it. And honestly, in a world where everyone's trying to play it safe, That kind of boldness is a breath of fresh air, so, while some may see them as nothing more than rage bait, I see them as a necessary shake-up in the K-pop YouTube scene. Sultry Film knows exactly what they're doing, and I'm here for every second of it. It's pretty clear they have got a serious rage boner going for Blackpink, probably because it's the quickest way to get clicks. I mean, it's hard to take them seriously when I don't think there's a single positive video on their channel. They've built their entire brand on making people mad. Honestly, it's kind of funny. At this point, they're basically a professional hater. Maybe they're aiming to break some sort of record for the most consecutive negative videos. Bubblegum doesn't need choreo. Bubblegum by NewJeans really doesn't need choreography to be a hit. It's the kind of song that just works on its own, letting the vibe and melody do all the talking. But of course, some people out there act like it's a crime against K-pop not to have a full dance routine for every track. It's almost like they believe there's some unwritten rule that every song must come with at least 10 different dance breaks. Newsflash. Not every song needs to be a mini dance concert. It's funny though, how these critics get all worked up over something so small. It's as if they're auditioning to be judges on an imaginary K-pop version of Dancing with the Stars. I can just picture them now, scoring every performance like their opinions are going to change the course of music history. Honestly, it's kind of impressive how they can turn something so simple into a full-blown debate. And let's not forget about the channels that thrive on this kind of negativity. You know, the ones where every video is just another rant about how disappointed they are that the choreography didn't live up to their sky-high expectations. I don't think they've ever posted a positive review in their life. It's like they've made a career out of nitpicking, turning every little thing into a dramatic issue. But hey, everyone's got their thing, right? Some people love to create, and others love to critique. It's just a little funny when the critique becomes the whole brand. At this point, these channels are basically professional haters. They've cornered the market on negativity and are running with it like it's an Olympic sport. Maybe next year, we'll see them in the hater games, going for the gold. Follow my Twitter, guys.